Hi, everybody.
Classy.
We are going to talk to you guys about wearing blue and white stripes
I know.
and why it is the fashion go-to for
We
July.
love July. So, if you don't know, actually, Utah became a state in 1847 on the 24th of July. And so the whole month of July, I'm sure for everybody around the country, but especially for us, we celebrate, of course, Independence Day, the 4th of July, and the 24th of July. So I feel like all month is red, white, and blue for Utah folk.
Yeah.
And we didn't plan this. We have different stripes, but almost the exact
stripes, but we're totally matched today.
Yeah, we're matchy, but we love the stripes, right?
It's fun.
How is everyone doing today? Where are you guys tuning in from? Welcome to the Sew+SPILL Society.
Yes.
Today. We missed everybody last week. How did everyone's 4th of July go? What kind of traditions does everyone do? I'd love to we'd love to hear a quick little, we'd love to see in the comments.
And we had some rain this year.
We did. It was a little bit cooler. That was nice. A little bit of scattered showers.
Yeah. Cooled everything on.
Prescott
Valley, Arizona. I bet it was blazing hot. I heard in Arizona.
I bet it was
in the 3 digits, right?
Oh my gosh, Arizona does.
Tallahassee, Florida. Oh, I bet it was hot there too.
Love knowing where everyone's.
I know, that's so fun.
So fun. Well, we had a fun 4th.
I know.
We actually spent it together, our families. And should we tell them what we did?
Yes, we did. We did our very first market.
Yes, the crafting vendor market thing. And we worked really hard all month. And we're actually working towards launching some things on our website. So that was a lot of work and it was a lot of fun. And that's what kind of spurred on this podcast today, or this live. We wanted to talk about crafting and sewing and quilting on the go, things that you need while you're traveling, things that came in handy for us, things we wish we would have brought that we didn't bring. And I don't know. We hope to hear from you guys because you probably have some travel hacks that we don't know about for traveling while crafting on the go.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's summer. People are on the road.
Yeah.
It's fun time to like get out and do things. And sometimes you just want to bring your projects with you. It's a good time. It's the time to like relax, and it's a good time to get some things done when you have downtime.
Yes, for sure. I know one thing that you mentioned, which I thought was really interesting, that you love to work on something while on an airplane because the airplane kind of makes you nervous and it keeps your mind off of it.
I'm a very nervous flyer, and I don't like to watch movies because it doesn't distract me enough. And I saw somebody. This is what like gave me the idea. Is I saw somebody buy a box of Legos and do Legos on the plane.
Smart.
And I thought, that is genius. Like, there's no rule that says just because there's a screen in front of you that you have to watch a movie to keep yourself occupied.
I like that.
And just having something to do with your hands is such a genius idea.
Yes.
And they built like their entire like Lego.
Cute.
I think it was like a Statue of Liberty or something.
Cute.
Like an entire.
New York? Were you going to New York?
I wasn't going to New York. I actually think it was an overseas. It was a long flight, but anyway, they built better. Like the entire. It took hours, but I was like, what a genius idea to just like keep your mind occupied and your hands occupied. And anyway,
that's smart. That's for these fun little some of these ideas that we're going to talk about today. And we know a lot of you don't even, not everyone flies and they're driving. And so little things that you can take in the car. We're going to talk about what's TSA approved and not approved. Karen's the expert over here on that. She's a traveler. That's kind of her thing.
I do love to travel.
So, but before we get into that, should we talk really quick about this upcoming Sew Along with Bethany and the Riley Blake kits? There's only a few left.
Only a few left.
So
get them.
Where's mine? Karen and I got ours. So
they're
cute. We're so excited.
Can you see these?
Look at these kits. I just love that they're already just ready to go. I don't have to think about picking the cutest things because it's already the cutest fabric.
I know. And even this, you guys, these are ready to travel.
Heck yes.
I mean, really, they're already in this cute little.
This is perfect for traveling.
It's like a little shaped like a little bee because it's Lori Holt from Bee in My Bonnet that designed these.
So cute. I'm gonna crack mine open. Last time we didn't have ours yet, and we showed them, but it was Melody's kit, and I opened it carefully. Sorry, Melody. But I just want to show everyone. I'm gonna just move the camera down a little bit so everyone can see some of these cute fabrics. I mean, oh, this is gonna be the cutest. And you have Bethany guiding you. If you're not familiar with, everyone knows Bethany. She's on here all the time, but she is amazing. And
she has been preparing for this.
So
ready.
Cute. Oh my gosh. All of these, they're all coordinating, no thinking. That's half the problem is like I go in, both Karen and I go in and we have like analysis paralysis and we're like, we don't know what to get and how to coordinate. And
isn't that half the battle, you guys, is picking the fabric and then
so
just making the time. And if you know that you have a dedicated time to come to the sew along and just get your project done, sometimes it's just nice to have the accountability to be like, oh, I have to set aside some time to get my
this is perfect for travel.
My pieces done and cut out and sewn, and it just gives you that extra push that you need to get something done. And it feels so good, you guys, to get a project checked off your list.
Checked off your list. We're going to be talking about that too in a future live.
And then you can use it for the rest of your summer on your picnic table. Because look, this is what you're making. Is this darling runner?
Yeah, it's a runner. Sorry, if you didn't know, it's a runner.
And it comes with everything except the backing fabric. So
how cute. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's.
I think this is the backing fabric. This big one.
I thought. Hold on a second. I'm pretty sure it does not come with the backing fabric.
Okay, fabric requirements. We're just checking it out now, but how great. All these instructions. I feel like
may or may not come with backing fabric.
Oh.
Do not know.
Well, this looks like a huge piece. I bet that is backing fabric. Anyway, Bethany will tell us everything. Just show up. She's going to guide us through, which is amazing. And one of the, it's free. It's free, you guys. That would cost a lot of money to go to a class. Yeah. We're in a class right now that's $500, and they just add up. So this is free. This is on sale too. This Riley Blake runner kit is on.
Yep, runner. $55.99. It will not be restocked, you guys.
Yep, this is it.
Sadly, like once these are gone, they're gone. They're limited edition, and they
limited edition. These are great
cute.
For gifts. Get it for your friend or your mom or whatever, and do it together.
Yeah,
how fun!
Even if you can't join us live, the tutorials will be on the YouTube. They will live there. You can do it on your own time. Such a great project for summer. Such a great project when you are relaxing at your cabin, your lake house.
So
if you just need, a break, whatever you want to do, it's a great little project. Yep. All ready for you.
And we're going to show you some fun things that we love that CutterPillar has that we've kind of curated ourselves that we'll share with you guys.
Yep. And those will help us and help you guys.
I know.
Craft on the go.
Craft on the go. Okay. Do we want to show the awesome? So on our website, on the CutterPillar website, we have a bunch of curated bundles to fit everyone's, different needs. And honestly, you can't lose with any of our bundles. They're awesome. We have an applique bundle. We have a sewer, like an all-in sewers bundle, a quilter bundle, and we have 2 travel bundles. So we're going to show you these travel bundles. We're going to show you. Well, yeah, we could show both, but they're relatively the same. Just one has a smaller cutting mat. Yeah. So if you don't know about our flip and fold cutting mats, they are the best to travel with. Yeah. So should we start out with those?
Yeah.
Okay, because these are what you need, and you can always use our coupon code. It's SEW+SPILL15, and you can get 15% off. The bundles are already discounted.
And this will stack.
Did I
Yeah.
say that wrong?
So spill 15. And it will stack on
It will
top
stack.
of the sale price. So now it's
On the bundles.
On the bundles.
But
yeah.
you can use them for any, you can use our code a la carte or a bundle, and for any CutterPillar item. That doesn't include the Riley Blake kit. Those are already discounted. Yeah, I'll move this. Sorry. We only have so much space. Mike, you can't move my drink. I need a little drink.
We need the drink.
Okay.
We had to run to Chick-fil-A and get a little pick-me-up.
Yes, we did. Okay. So
okay,
while we were doing our fun market, of course, these came in handy and they were the best things ever. This flip and fold. Okay, so we're going to show you the larger travel kit, the travel bundle. Okay, when it comes with the 48. This is the flip and fold 48, which means it gets to be as big as 36 inches by 48 inches. So it's huge.
Yeah.
And I don't even think I can open it all the way up on here, but I will demonstrate. So all of our flip and folds come with this awesome little QR code. So you can scan that and it will show you how to open and close it. So there's a small learning curve, but once you figure it out, it's fast and it's easy. And
well, and the nice thing is that you don't have to open it all the way to still be able to use it. You can open it to a smaller size.
This is the first
and you're still able to use it. So
yes, depending on your space,
you can have like a small little space and cut, in this like one by.
Because there's 5 cutting mats in one. So this is the first cutting mat. So if you only have, like Karen said, you're at a quilt guild or at a retreat or just at your Airbnb and you don't have a huge table like at home, this is a great big size, actually, this first cutting mat. And they all the mats zero out. So I'm just trying to figure out the camera thing. So every mat starts out at 0. So you have new measurements with every mat, which is genius. I wish I could have taken credit for this awesome design, but it's unlike any other. So this is the first mat. So like Karen said, depending on how much space you have, I'm gonna tilt this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so here's the front. Okay, you just flip it over for mat 1, which is an 11 by 17. Then you just flip this little tab right here and open it like a book. And this is mat number 2. We've got these awesome little tabs that they just snap into place and it lays flat. And you've got mat number 2, which is 17 inches by 22 with margins. And it's going to be tricky to show how much bigger this gets, but this is an awesome go-to size. I use this all the time. And these are anti-warp, you guys. So if you accidentally do, like life happens, if you do leave it in your car for a minute, it shouldn't warp. It should be good. Good to go.
Longer than a minute. We've tested these in the heat of Utah summers, which are hot, guys. And they stay,
yes, we cut a section of this up and we put it with other competitor mats. And I think the inside temperature of the car was like 130 for like 4 hours.
And it
didn't
great. It didn't warp at all. And which is great because if you're traveling, you don't want to have to, constantly make sure that your mat is at a room temperature,
Yes.
So these are great. If you're going somewhere, you need to leave it in the car. You take it with you.
We don't recommend that you leave it in there forever, but
sure.
You can, and it won't be brittle. And of course it's self-healing. It's eco-friendly material. They just really thought of everything.
Yeah.
They designed this. So, like Karen says, like life happens. And if you do leave it in your car and you're sightseeing and you leave it in the car, you're not going to come back to some brittled, warped.
Yeah. Brandy says travel size would be awesome for a retreat she's going to next month.
Yes. Okay.
That would be great.
So, your bundle. Great. Yes. Okay. So then you flip it open like this. You flip it back over.
Yeah.
Thank you, Karen. And you just open it like a brochure, just like double doors. And you've got this really long 48 inches by 17 inches. So a nice long narrow mat. And then because it's tricky to, we don't have the space. You just
I wonder if I can lift the camera
all the way. Yeah, maybe you can. But I do want to show you guys that these little puzzle pieces, they connect so well into place. Okay. And what's so great about this is once they're connected.
Like, does this
Oh yeah,
show
sure,
us
sure.
more?
That's good. Yes. Okay. So once that's connected, it is seamless. So I was even skeptical. I just stepped on some ice too. We just dropped. I spilled my water on the floor and I feel I'm stepping on ice. Okay. So even, well, we don't recommend cutting right over the seam. You can cut perpendicular, totally fine. Your fabric will not catch on that seam. It's seriously like magic. It's a magic mat. I'm just going to call it a magic mat because it's really so cool. So you can cut right over that. No problem. And we actually even put the seam not on like a typical, can you zoom in
like
just
a
in a
cut
tiny
line?
bit? Yeah, on a cut line, on like a inch marker, if that makes sense. Anyway, so I know I should get out the mini. And then you just open it. Oh my gosh. This is so big. This is too big. Anyway,
It's bigger than our studio.
it's bigger than I can show you. But they all clip into place. And this is the 36 inches by 48 inches. And on this diagonal is I believe 6 inches. I think it's 60 inches. So 5 feet that's going this way. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And this is falling off the table, so you can't really see, but they just all connect. And it's so, so great. So when I made a Christmas tree Christmas tree skirt, I pulled this baby out and I had all this room to make those huge curves and doing my big quilt and connecting like the back of my quilts together. It was so, so great. But then I don't need to have all that. Like, I don't know how to store such a huge mat, and I don't have to because this just folds up. It's so cool. And I actually keep it in my drawer at home, you guys. It's only maybe an inch thick, the profile there. I stick it in a drawer. I stick it in a cupboard, or I can, store it this way. You can store it this way. It is so, so great. So this is one of the items that comes in the travel bundle. Again, there's 2 different travel bundles. So one comes with the 48 by 36, and the other one comes with this cube. This is the mini. It's exactly half the size of the bigger one. It opens up to be 24 inches by 36 inches. It opens the exact same way. It's just a smaller one for smaller travel, but it still gets really big. And again, 5 cutting mats in one. So it's the coolest. Okay, the next awesome thing that comes in the travel bundle that you will need on the go is a glow, like the Glow Mini. You can take any of our glows because they're all relatively, I think it's already plugged in. Oh, maybe it's not. Sorry. Here you go. Do you mind? Thank you, Karen. Oh, I had it plugged into that one. It's so great to have a glow board with you. And this is less than half a pound, these minis. Oh, here we go. And of course, all of our light boards come with a self-healing cutting mat with a little anti-slip grip on the back, so it's not slipping around on your light board, and it's edge to edge. So it's just a little bit larger than a standard size sheet of paper, if you can see that. So I'll tell you what, my kids fight over this in the car because they all want to draw on it. And instead of watching a little show in the car for a long ride, or like you said, on the plane, it promotes creativity.
Yep.
Not only for you, but for your kids. So anyway, it's got 4 levels of brightness. This is the first level. Look how bright that is. 2, 3, 4. We're convinced it's the brightest light board on the market. So this is a must-have, especially if you're paper piecing or doing foundation paper piecing or pattern pattern design, tracing. You just put your pattern. This is the cool thing. I think most people know this, but some people don't. I put this little pattern. This is just a regular PDF paper from just printer paper. I'm just showing, I'm explaining that because it's like thick. It's thick paper. Anyway, I just put my mat right over it and it's not going to go anywhere. Can you guys see that? Oh, there we go. That pattern under there, that paper pattern isn't going to be slipping around. And then you can put your fabric right over it and you can see through. Oh, the lighting is kind of tricky. There you go. You can see right through it and make those cuts. So it's so great. I have a lot of friends and affiliates of ours that will do this in the car. Their husband's driving and they're cutting out little pieces while they're driving. So this also comes in the travel bundle. And again, they're already discounted right now, you guys. So you can stack the 15% off on there with the SEW+SPILL. And then it comes with this awesome tote bag. So you can keep everything organized. It has this front little pocket. And we'll talk about all the little awesome travel little tools in just a second because my voice is, I'm talking so much. Sorry.
No,
Chime in anytime. I get all excited.
You're great.
Then we have this awesome little side like zipper pocket, and it's all padded. So you can fit your light board in there. Again, it comes with cutting mat. And then your flip and fold. So this one that I'm showing in particular is the larger version. And then there's a mini travel bundle that has a mini tote and the mini flip and fold and the light board. Does that make sense? So anyway, it stays nice and secure in here. I just got the little strap mixed up in here. But it fits really nicely and keeps everything safe and protected. And the padding helps protect the light board, although the light board is so durable because we know it's going to be thrown into a suitcase or a tote bag or a purse. So we made it like so strong and durable. Anyway, on the go. So on the go. This is the first thing that you will want to have and take with you. And it's just easy, lightweight, awesome. Okay, so take advantage of those while they're discounted. If you guys have any questions, I haven't even looked at any of the comments, but
we've got a couple more people in and some.
So fun. Okay, now I'm going to turn the time over to you a little bit. I get all excited showing those bundles, but Karen's got some fun tips and tricks and hacks for all the
we have put together some little like sewing travel crafting things that you can take with you, just some fun little things that we found and some little hacks to just make your travel sewing easier. And we've looked up all of the TSA regulations, so if you want to take it with you on an airplane, we know what you can and can't take.
Yes.
Now.
And you can Google it
and you can Google it yourself. And of course it always depends on, your TSA agent, because I've had some that will let me take things through like a water bottle, and then some that
really?
get mad. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it depends, like with kids and things, but
guess what? I heard on the radio today.
The shoes.
Yes, the shoes.
Yeah, I heard that too.
They're gonna probably eliminate removing the shoes.
I heard that they did. Like
completely.
Nobody has to take shoes off anymore.
I thought that they were doing a trial in different airports, and Salt Lake Airport was one of them that has eliminated it. But that's cool. All of them.
Yeah, that's what. Well, I don't know if it was all. I heard Salt Lake, which is our airport.
That's nice.
Is you do not have to take shoes off anymore. Anyone,
really,
which is amazing.
Really nice. Yeah. One less thing.
Especially
when you're traveling with kids, you're like taking off all the shoes. And of course, they wear the most complicated shoes.
I know. Well, but luckily, they don't make kids under 12.
Oh, they don't?
Take off shoes. No.
Well, so that
anyway.
Okay.
But
shows how much I travel.
Which is like, I will come to me for all of your travel information and hacks. But
you need your own.
Kids under 12 don't have to anyway. But now, nobody.
Okay.
Adults included.
Okay. So
at least at our airport. But okay. So for TSA, obviously you can't bring sharp items. So things like rotary cutters are out. Your regular fabric scissors also out. But you can bring scissors as long as the blade past the pivot point are shorter than 4 inches. So these kind of scissors, you can take these kind of scissors.
This is the pivot point.
This is the pivot right here. So as long as the blade's shorter than 4 inches, these are technically legal according to TSA's website.
Let's just measure. I don't think it's 4, but let me just double check on here.
But which is interesting because
it's 2.
It's 2. Yeah.
4 is pretty big, you guys.
4 is pretty big.
Cow. I'm shocked.
I know, because you know what is funny? So have you guys ever seen those little thread cutter pendants?
Those are cool.
But those are banned. You cannot take those.
That is crazy. Have you guys seen those? They're so cute. They literally wear them. People wear them?
People wear them. They're like little necklaces. Sorry, I just hit my microphone if you guys heard that. But people wear them and they just they have like little notches cut out and you can cut your threads. They're so cute and they're so functional.
Weird.
But you cannot bring those on an airplane, but you can bring these big old scissors.
This is 2 inches. That is nuts.
That's 2 inches. So you can bring
That's
those to cut
big.
your threads. You cannot bring rotary cutters, although look at this cute little travel rotary.
What?
It's like a little pocket rotary cutter that
I'm going to
found.
pull this up. Whoa, sorry, that was shaky. I hope nobody
is shaky. So look at this. Okay, we could show it this way.
Look.
But this is a little pocket rotary cutter.
Oh my cute.
I honestly don't know what you would use this for. Maybe your car cutting, but
well, you know what? It's nice just to have in the car because what if you did forget it and you could just run out into your car?
It's true. I would actually recommend having a little go bag for your crafting supplies.
Yes.
And don't rate it when you can't find your stuff, then you won't have it. But you just push this little button, and then this opens like this, and it's just a tiny little rotary cutter.
Oh my gosh!
Little pocket rotary cutter.
Cute.
But I'm like, this is the cutest little thing, right?
Can you replace that blade? Do you know? Let's see if it works. Put it on here.
Okay.
See if we can cut something.
We'll just cut something
for fun.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
And like I need something to
ruler.
hold it. Okay, ready?
That is so cute. Okay, but you cannot take this on
Look
the
at
plane.
that.
That's a great little cutter.
It's a great little cutter.
That's emergency purpose.
This
cutter.
is, yeah.
If you need one to get you by before you can.
But yeah, it's just like the cutest little,
little
cutter.
Okay, so that is not allowed, however, but you can have that in your car.
But you could, keep it in your car, or just for if you don't want to bring all of your big tools and you just need it for like a few little cuts or whatever. This is great. Another little thing, another little hack is if you need to keep your thread straight, you can just put a little safety pin in the back of the seat in front of you. Or not even a safety pin, just a little pin.
Cool.
And just put your spool of thread.
Oh, where's my little pin?
Here, I got some little pins.
There's a little pin.
Yeah, so just put your pin.
Did you want to demonstrate on my chair?
Could we even see it? I don't know if we could see, but
here, use this little pillow, my back pillow.
Little pillow.
Okay, pretend it's the seat in front of you.
So here's the seat in front of you. You just stick your pin in, okay? And then you just put your thread.
Oh my gosh.
Just like stick it on there to keep it straight so that you don't lose it and it's not rolling all over.
You just see it like rolling down the aisles of the airplane.
So just something like that. Another little hack. So if you have your little pin cushion, and there's like some smaller ones you could bring for like a travel. And you have
you want to keep things small.
You want to keep things small. You don't need all of your things.
You don't need everything.
And you want to bring your needles. If you don't have, they have like little needle holders, those little like,
what I'm round ones that you twist, and
round ones that you twist. So keep your needles in there, because you don't want. I would not recommend just like, we all do this, but just like sticking it in your fabric, because it could get bent, it could get broken, it could get lost, you could sit on it. All kinds of things would happen.
Stab somebody.
You could stab somebody. So if you don't have a little needle keeper, I would just put your thread on your needle and just stick it all the way in your pin cushion. So it doesn't get lost. You have your thread on it and just stick it all the way in your pin cushion. You can keep it that way.
That's great.
Or
this is so cute.
Like get one of these little magnetic, this has a suction cup on the back. You can just stick it. This is like specifically like for a plane, but you could honestly use these in a car or whatever. It has a little suction cup on it. Stick it somewhere, and then it's just magnetic. So all of your little safety pins, needles, whatever.
Yeah, instead of bringing like a big dish,
a big dish, you just keep all of your little magnetic. And especially if you do paper piecing and you have those tiny little, or applique, those tiny little needles, you don't want to lose those. So these are great.
Another great thing that I came across was just a little Altoid tin, just like a little box or something, just to keep those like little things in and organized, or even a pill organizer which I thought was cool for buttons or bobbins. Depends on how big your little pill holder is.
You can repurpose a lot of the things that you
Yeah.
have. I mean, I was going to bring it and I forgot, but I have this snack container that I use for my kids that has a bunch of different compartments in it. I use it for snacks a lot of times for me because I actually think I've repurposed it as a snack box. I think it was originally probably like something else.
Smart, repurposed.
But I mean, you've heard of like, they even call them snackle boxes.
I've never heard.
Have you heard of those? They're like tackle boxes, but people
Cute.
have like repurposed those into snackle boxes.
That's smart.
And then I've now repurposed it into sewing boxes. But you can just put like anything with like different compartments and things.
Well, you know what you can also get are those bead organizers.
Yeah.
You can just get empty, like on Amazon, bead organizers, and they're cute and little, and they have all the little compartments. And you can remove the compartments to make remove the little walls in the thing to make bigger compartments. So, but I did find this. Should I show them this?
Yeah.
So I was just at the store, and all the school supplies are out now because it's like school's starting soon. But just these clear little pencil boxes. Whoops, out of the camera.
And these are cheap.
This was 97 cents at Walmart. And it keeps everything for a travel thing. And they had different colors, but I got the clear so I could see right in there what I needed, what I had. And some of the things that I obviously put in here. I'm always needing my Burt's Bees. Oh gosh, maybe I need to put some chocolate in here too. Chocolate, gum, whatever.
Little snacks.
A pen, you need a pen. A seam ripper.
You cannot bring a seam ripper on an airplane though, because it's sharp. So just so you know,
crazy.
And this goes the same if you bring your sewing machine on. I know.
That is so
it doesn't
bizarre.
make sense,
it
right?
Make sense.
It doesn't make sense. But you cannot bring a seam ripper on a plane.
Okay.
And if you bring your sewing machine, because you can carry on a sewing machine as long as it can fit in your overhead bin. But if your sewing machine has a seam ripper on it, make sure you take that out.
Well, what if you can't take it out? Some of them are built in.
Built-in seam.
Sorry, not seam ripper, but a little thread cutter.
Well, I think the thread cutters are okay because those are built in. But like the seam ripper, if it has, because a lot of them have like a little seam ripper that you can take out and use.
Oh, just in the drawer.
In the drawer.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you take that out and pack it in your luggage because you cannot bring that with you.
Can you take this? This is like a little like corner poker. Do you know about that?
Yeah. Yes, and I think you can. It's not sharp, but they might stop you because it looks sharp. So, I mean, everything is at your own discretion, right? Like,
that's right.
I would plan that you probably will have extra time through security because they may stop you. But I know Melody brought so she got a new sewing machine and she brought it in her luggage. And so I'm not sure if they stopped
Melody or
her.
Bethany?
Melody.
Oh,
Melody just got a new sewing machine and she brought it home in her luggage.
Okay.
In Virginia.
Nice.
So she's here and the sewing machine is here. So she made it.
She made it. Awesome.
They did not stop her.
Well, be prepared to like toss things just in case. I mean, you might have to if they say no. But
yeah.
So this is a maybe, but probably, I don't know. Oh,
this is smart, yeah.
You tell them.
Oh, well,
fingernail clippers.
You can use these to cut your threads.
To cut threads.
But I mean, if you can take your giant scissors, then might as well take them.
No, I know.
But you can use your.
But if you're doing embroidery and I don't know, if you that's just kind of cool. You can just bring your little nail clippers. So go buy like a little baby. This is like a middle size, but they have little baby clippers just to keep it small and lightweight. A thread.
Needle threader.
Needle threader.
Yeah. So those are nice, you guys. I was going cross-eyed last night trying to thread my embroidery. Oh my gosh.
Show them your embroidery.
It's so hard.
This is
like a good travel. I'm turning this on.
Oh, sorry.
So I was going cross-eyed trying to sew this. Oh geez. I keep looking at the camera here. Okay, so this and I just did what I told you not to do. I put the needle on the side, but trying to thread the needle for this, you guys, making me crazy. But these are good.
She was on the phone with me and she's like, I'm losing my mind. I can't thread this needle in here.
You know, we were talking about like little projects that are easy to bring with you, and these little embroideries are so easy to bring because they're just small, they're easily portable, and I mean they're so simple. But then you get these like this, which is so annoying, right? All of these threads. I actually have a big cross stitch one that's even worse because it has probably 1,000 of these. This is a very small one, but it's like a Christmas theme cross stitch, and it has 10 times this amount.
Oh my gosh.
So, but guess what I found today? I found these
travel,
and you guys probably already know about.
Yeah, maybe you guys already know all these,
but there are these little I don't even know what you'd call these little
just
plastic
winder
things.
Organizer.
Oh, I
tossed
it
it
into the box. But anyway, you can just wind your threads up on here. And I have to like figure out how exactly you do that.
Yeah, I think you just wind it around.
You wind it around. Anyway, you wind it around here somehow. There's a way to do it. I have to look it up. Something like this. Anyway, so you wind these up to keep them all neat, and then you just put them on this little.
This is the coolest part. Little key ring,
and then you have all of your threads organized. And how much neater is something like this than this mess, right?
That is awesome.
And like,
good find.
That is just so genius. And sometimes that's like the hardest part about like travel crafting is, you know, you're not in your home space. You're trying to find all of your things, and it's just keeping it organized and keeping it close. And then I mean, it's just so much easier. Awesome. Bobbins, is that what they're called, Daphne? Are these called bobbins too?
Oh, or you could put your bobbins. That's maybe what she's saying. You could add your bobbins.
Add your bobbins.
Where's the ring? Yes, smart, like this. Oh, genius. That's what she's saying, I think.
Oh, maybe
what you're saying. Add your bobbins.
Oh.
To organize those. That is so smart.
I know. I've seen some like
you guys know
like that too. Yeah.
Probably more than we do.
I know.
Is that what she was talking about? I use Altoid tins. Yes, with magnets. Exactly. Yes. So I didn't have any. My mom always had Altoids in her purse. I should have called her and said, I need one of your empty Altoid boxes for my demo. But yeah, all these are just, and then anyway, yes, just keeps everything super, super organized. Some other things that I found that are great to have, obviously.
Think of the thread holder as a full thread as it goes around the middle. The thread holder. Okay, hold on a second. Are you talking about this?
It goes around the middle.
Oh, so what are these little guys?
To hold it in place. I think. So you just wind it around.
Oh, you just wind it around.
Yeah, you round it around like it's oh, I thought you knew that.
Oh my gosh. No, I don't. Because I don't
like a spool. Yeah,
Stop
you wind it.
Oh my gosh.
Gina,
Beth, thank you.
Gina Beth. Oh my gosh.
This is so much easier.
I thought you
look how pretty.
There we go. We figured it out.
I was like, awesome. There were no instructions, and I need instructions. See? So pretty. I've literally been doing cross stitch and embroidery forever, and I just deal with this mess like constantly.
Well, I think everyone does. I think everyone deals just with the frustration and these little things that just help us.
And Daphne's like, and then the two slits hold the remaining thread. That's like so.
Yes, I know. Yes,
I know. There
Thank
we go.
You.
Perfect.
So cute. Okay, so yes, little clips. It's nice to take these little clips. I'm sure you guys all have some of these. Pack some of those. This is cool. I was thinking these little cell phone stands. So if you're watching a tutorial about how to do something, as I can't even figure out how to open this. Jeez. Someone help me.
Don't worry, we're just here.
We're just here.
Don't learn from us.
I know, seriously. Okay, you can set this up on your tray, you know, and you can watch something so your hands are free. And it's so I don't know. I just like to take this little stand with me when I go places so that I can, because I'm very visual. I like to be able to watch, you know, something knitting, sewing, or whatever, and my hands can be free. So that's something that you might want to think about to put in your case. Double-sided sticky tape. I don't know, just anything that, and then it just all fits. So, oh, should I film this?
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Does anyone seen these? These are towel holders, I think. Anyway, I bought this. There you go. Sorry. I'm trying to get it in.
Right here.
I know. I'm sorry. I keep losing the. I want to look at the screen and then I want to look at the camera. Okay. So I just bought. It came in a set of 2. These were at Target in their like little cheap section, and they're to put your over a chase lounge. You put your towel over it, and it holds your towel on the chase lounge. But I like to use it for. So do you mind? Let's pretend we're on an airplane. I'm gonna pretend like this is the seat in front of me. With permission, ask the person in front of them, maybe, before you do this. But here, I'm going to show you my actual quilt. So I hand stitched this quilt, and it was just so awkward. And so I came up with this little hack with permission, again, from the person in front of you. You attach your quilt onto the back of the chair or a car chair and then you can hold it upright. It stays up there and you can hand stitch. So I love this little hack and I think you can buy these on Amazon. They're just
buy it, or you could just sew your own elastic.
Yes, you can just.
You guys are all
savvy.
crafty and savvy, and you could totally just make one of these. But
we have a guest. Someone's knocking.
Oh, what?
We have a guest. Oh, I think it's one of my children.
Oh, jeez. Well, as she's dealing with that, but anyway,
sorry. It's summer, and we're moms also, and
little
one had a bloody nose. Oh, had a bloody nose, and her older siblings were not with her. Someone's gonna be in trouble. Grounded.
Someone's in trouble.
Anyway, so I just think that's a great little hack. Or you can, if you're at the beach, you can put it around your beach chair, whatever. I don't know. But it was just handy. And then these. Or you can, these are awesome. They're needle pullers. So if you don't have little thimbles, they're just grips. So you're not breaking your fingers.
Oh,
they're just little grips to hold the needle and pull it out while you're hand sewing. So if you're into,
oh my gosh, that's what I need for this, because I have to tell you that
embroidery, whatever. Look how awesome these are.
I will say this is the first embroidery I've ever done, and it is hard to get the needle through this fabric. Oh. It's way easier with cross stitch because it's got the holes already. But this, I was killing myself trying to push the needle through.
Yeah, that is cute.
I need something like that.
Oh my gosh. Oh, also,
oh yeah,
glasses case, right?
Yeah.
So this is a great thing for. I don't think my scissors will fit in there. No, but your seam ripper,
our cute little mini rotary cutter would.
You could maybe put that thing in there. Just another protective, something that you probably have laying around your house. I have about 10 of these laying around my house.
Because we all need our emergency fabric cutting supplies.
I know.
You keep your 72-hour kit in your cart and your 72-hour fabric cutting supplies.
That is right.
Your emergencies.
One thing that we didn't, I actually don't have, and I ordered one. And I think I would have one. And Karen forgot to bring hers. Is a retractable measuring tape.
Oh yeah.
So those are great to have. Of course, they're small and compact, and they stay organized because they're retractable. So add that to your list.
Yep, those are great.
Those are great. I'm trying to think some other awesome. Another thing that I thought was a great idea that I came across was a travel journal. So does anyone feel like I always get inspiration depending on where I'm traveling. I don't know. I'd love to I just thought that was so cute. A travel quilting journal. So you can jot down inspiration, measurements, places that you saw things, stores that you went to, something like that. So maybe put a little notebook in your kit or something. I thought that was a great idea.
That's such a good idea. I love that.
Then you can just keep all those thoughts in one little place. instead of like texting yourself or whatever. I don't know.
Mhm.
And it's fun, little keepsakes. If you go into a store and you get a little like, business card or something, you can kind of put that in there. And
Mhm.
I don't know. I thought that was a really cute idea.
That is a cute idea. Also, like a fabric glue pen would be like a good
That's
idea.
good. What were you saying to prepare to maybe baste? What were you saying?
Yeah. So when you bring a project with you, it's a good idea to pre-cut a lot of your, like probably most of your fabric, I would say. Especially if you're like going on a plane, you can't really cut. So pre-cut, bring more pieces than you need. A lot of like really portable projects are things like hand quilting. That's something like Lindsay just talked about. And by the way, isn't this like just the prettiest?
Oh, you're nice.
Cutest.
It was fun. Kind of hard
pretty.
to see in the. Does anyone follow Helen Phillips? She was my inspiration. Talk about inspiration. She's out of the UK and she's out of this world. Her quilts just have me. I don't know. I look at everyone. I don't know. People are so creative and cute. So this was kind of an ode, I guess, to her. Anyway, it was really fun. I was really determined to start and finish a quilt all on my own, not take it machine and have it machine quilted. Just do it all on my own, and I did.
I love it.
Anyway,
it's so pretty.
Thank you. That's nice. Thank you, Karen.
So
that was something I finished this year. That was on one of my goals to get done this year for quilting and crafting. So.
Yeah, and you finished it.
I finished it this year, started it last year. So, okay.
See, Shannon says that she loves her Clover automatic needle threader. Does different thread weights. You just put needle eye down inside and lay the thread.
I've seen those
too. And then you just like pop it.
Yes.
Those are so cool.
That's a great thing to take. Absolutely. Those are great.
Yeah.
Do they work with like thicker?
She says different weights.
Oh, different weights. Yeah. Okay, great.
So that's really cool.
I'm gonna go ahead and
order those. Are neat. And then Tracy says shop hop going on currently. Yeah. Remember everything you wanted. I know.
Yes. Remember
everything. That's the hard thing.
We should put together, maybe our next live will have like a little list if anyone's interested, like a little checklist. I'm sure everyone's kind of will look different depending on what kind of craft you're doing, but that's why we didn't really put together one today, because some people are quilters, some people are paper crafters, some people are knitters or crocheters. But you can bring, by the way, crochet and knitting hooks, right?
You can bring crochet and knitting hooks. Although, funny story, I saw a reel of somebody that had some of those ergonomic, I think they're called chunky buddies or something, on their crochet hooks. And they got like
chunky buddies?
Yeah, they're like grips on your hook so that you can hold them, and they got pulled over by TSA because it looked really suspicious. Anyway.
What did it look like? Can you not say?
I probably shouldn't say, but it looks suspicious.
Oh my gosh.
But anyway.
Oh my gosh.
So just, you might get stopped at security.
You never know.
I got the pocket rotary cutter at this darling little local quilt shop called Quilters Lodge. And they just had them in a little basket. Cute. So shout out to the Quilters Lodge. They have so many cute little notions and
if you're
fabrics, and I want to spend $1 million every time I go there. But
every little specialty quilt shop, I'm sure your local like has all the little.
Yeah, but so anyway, so some more like travel, crafting, knitting, crocheting, great things to bring with you. English paper piecing, also very portable, especially because it's like all things that you just do by hand. And
you can use this and take this on the plane, by the way, because it has a USB-C cord. So you can use these on the airplane.
Yep. And so that's a really good one. What else? And yeah, you can take all of your paper templates. What else?
I know.
Applique, you can bring your hand applique. But yeah, like we were talking about, just spray baste it ahead of time so it's not as slippery, and then you don't want to lose any of your pieces. Yeah. That would be hard.
That would be hard.
And then like hand quilting, hand binding, you can do any of that. those are all great things that you can do. And yeah.
I would, like Karen mentioned, have a go-to, like you can use our tote bags or just grab a bag of your own and just keep it and don't rate it. Just have it for on the go, like on just last minute, spur of the moment, friend get-togethers or retreats or whatever, and just and know that everything is in there and you can just pick it up and go.
Yeah.
If you have the means to do that, that is ideal.
Mhm.
That is
ideal.
the
And
greatest
yeah,
little thing.
just definitely make sure you don't have anything sharp. And if you're going to take it on an airplane,
That's right.
besides your scissors that are apparently loud, but
This still blows my mind. Those were 2 inches, you guys. That was 4 inches. That's big enough. I mean, I don't know.
and
I'm
sewing needles, fine.
We
Sewing
almost
needles
forgot
fine.
to mention that you need a light. This is you will need the flex light. That is not in the travel bundle, but you can get the flex light alone or in the accessory pack. And how great, actually, let's put it up. So the accessory pack comes with this awesome clamp. So you can hook your little flex light into the sleeve, just slide it down, and you've got light, so bright. So and you can put it either any way that anyway, put that on there and demonstrate, because last time I wasn't able to demonstrate. You can put that on your
you just clip it on your hoop, and then you can just put it right where you're
and that light is isolated, so you're not like waking up everyone around you in the car or in your bed or on the airplane. It's isolated. Look at this other accessory kit. This is, you told me you were like excited.
I was so excited for this because I can't do it one.
Yeah, I'll do it. This is the magnifying glass. It has 2 different a 5 and a 10 times.
So then you've got your magnifying glass and you can see all those. This is actually really helpful with cross stitch because some of the tiny little holes are so tiny. Totally. Like depending on, whoever you get it from, but some of those cross stitching like fabrics are tiny holes.
Yeah, they're tiny.
Tiny. And so this like really helps a lot. And I have to say, like, before we got this flex accessory kit, I still used the flex light, and I have to show you guys what I used to do because
I don't know this. I don't know what she did.
I would literally just hold it like this with one hand.
Oh my gosh.
And just try to, so I would hold it with my left hand like this and just balance it like this because the light was so helpful.
Oh my gosh.
The light was so helpful.
The light is
and so I would just, but it's like, kind of uncomfortable, but the light was just so helpful. And so I just hold it with one hand like this and then, do my cross stitch with the other hand. But I have to say it is way easier to just have it clamped on there. Now I have both of my hands free to do, whatever.
This is what I did. I put it on like my Stanley or a cup, just like that.
Oh,
so that works. Can you see that? I just like set it on there. It's so nice and lightweight. And anyway, so there's hacks. There's hacks.
There's hacks. But it is so nice to have the accessory kit, you guys.
Or you can hold it in your mouth.
You can
just kidding.
Under your chin.
Not recommended. Probably get ruined, but and it's rechargeable, so you don't have to be tethered to a cord. And I think
just when you need that like direct light, because sometimes like if you're in an airplane, that overhead light just doesn't quite point. It just never points where you want it to.
Well, it wakes up everyone around you, I feel like. It's too bright.
These are great.
Isolated. And if you get the accessory kit, you can just place it in this dock, the charging dock, and it just stays right there. And you can still.
And that's true. I know Daphne is totally selling it for us. She's like, hey, tell them about the stand too.
Yeah, the stand.
Here's the stand. So we can just, you set it in here and it can just go right like this. You can also, you've got the little.
I'll put it on. Daphne, do you have the neck lanyard? Because that's super cool too.
It is extremely. Linda just got her light set and she loves it. She used it for machine sewing and hand sewing. Yeah, it's so nice.
So this is the magnetic thing. So you can actually put it around your neck if you want to be. And you can just, you put this under your shirt. Will you flip the camera so they can see? So you put this little this little thing under your shirt. Okay. Then you attach the magnetic sleeve to the light. And then you've got light right between the ladies. And then you can sew or knit or whatever just right there. And you can adjust
In your
it.
lap.
You can have it higher or you can bring it down lower. So that is so nice. So you can see what you're doing. Anyway, there's all these different awesome applications for the little accessory kit. So also you can use, let me just, what am I doing here?
And I mean, the original one, I mean, you just have the little Velcro that goes right on your sewing machine, so that you get that light right on your machine, which is just so great.
So you can buy this individually, yes, and just attach it to your sewing machine, any part on your sewing machine, or you can buy it, you know. Anyway, go on our website. You can see all the different ways that you can purchase it. You can purchase the light with all the accessories.
You should be able to take this on a plane.
Or, I don't see why you couldn't. I think you totally can. Or you can just buy the accessory kit if you already have a light. But I'm telling you, you'll probably want an extra light. They're so handy. The husbands steal them. The kids take them. I think I told you guys last week that we stick this onto my son's bunk bed. The slat above him, because he's on the bottom bunk, and we just light it right at, where's the camera? Slide it right in.
Our camera's backwards, so like everything is like.
I know, sorry. So it's just right above him, and he can have that light because he likes to stay up and read and write and draw. And he's not waking up the brother above him. So anyway, there's lots of, and this is the charging port too. So, and just rechargeable.
It's so great.
It is so great. This is also, you're going to need this for your travel too.
I don't know if we already mentioned this, but there's several levels of brightness too. So you can go.
I think there's 4 levels.
Super bright.
1, 2, 3, 4. 3 levels of brightness.
Yeah.
So the first level is the brightest right here, and the light lasts, I think, up to 4 hours on the brightest. So. Or you can keep it plugged in all the time and you never run out. So awesome. And the lanyard, so many ways to use it. Let's see, where's the little.
That's, Linda says it's great if you're sewing or reading at night in the car when your husband's driving.
Yes,
totally.
Cars. Yes. Some people have told me before the kit came out, I had people say that they just took off the little Velcro and put it onto the little window in the airplane. Because it actually comes off and it doesn't gum up. I mean, if you remove it so many times, it will stop being sticky. But people use it for bus rides, and they'll just like hook it up to the wall or the window next to them. So people are creative, but this is a great tool to have. So take advantage of SEW+SPILL15 and get an extra 15% off of our bundles and all these fun hacks.
And take your projects with you, guys.
Oh my gosh. And send us pictures of what you do on the go. We had, I think, what was her name? Anyway, we had a couple people, I believe, post on the CutterPillar Creation Hub or Facebook account some stars. Did you guys miss our star live was it last 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago? Karen created the cutest paper stars, and people made them and posted them. So we love seeing what you guys make. That we make and sharing it. So don't ever hesitate to, share through that Facebook page, any other tips that you have or anything you create on the go.
We love to see it all. We love your guys' creativity, and
this is fun because of you.
Yeah.
Like we love doing this because of you and everyone that comes back to watch and comment and laugh with us. It just makes it really fun. The engagement is everything to us.
We love it. Yeah.
This is fun. Did we miss anything? I don't know. I'm just looking on my list.
I think so.
I'm sure you guys have lots of other.
I know. If
awesome
you guys have
tips.
any hacks, let us know. And any other things you guys want to hear from us? Oh, we would always love to hear from you.
Yeah. Awesome.
And don't forget to get your Riley Blake kits. And
yes. Get your Riley Blake kit. We're going to talk more about our market, maybe the next live.
Yep.
and we have a fun giveaway next time.
Yes.
So come back, keep following us so you can see when our next Sew and Spill live is. And yeah,
Yep.
I think that's a wrap.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Bye,
Have a
you
great
guys.
day.
Have a great week.
We'll
Have a
see
fun
ya.
weekend. Happy quilting, crafting, and sewing.
Yep.